Hey Merfolk fans, I'm Joe. I'm about to join a modern friendly league. I'm going to play with pay with play points and try to start up the first round. Got this one trophy from my recent 5-0. That was a pretty cool league. There's a really epic match against Green-White Tron. The last round against Blue-Green Eldrazi was also pretty exciting. Hey Merfolk fans, I'm Joe. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to try to find an opponent here for the first round in Modern Friendly League on Magic Online. Sometimes it takes half a minute to a minute. You can see I've got this one trophy over here after I went 5-0 recently in one of these leagues. That was a very epic league for me. The Green-White Tron match was so absurd. Definitely one of my coolest matches, most exciting. And Blue-Green Eldrazi was also pretty cool from that league. So we found an opponent. Gonna get the first round started up. Let's get the chat over here. For some reason the chat is like really laggy as far as like moving it around. So I'm going to have to mulligan. This hand is nice, but just too heavy on the Master of Waves. This is better. It's weird, but it's better. We want to see Merfolk on the top of the deck. So we'll keep him there. And hope we are playing against some creatures, maybe Kiln Fiend or something. I called it. Island, AEther Vial. Go. Turn to Thing in the Ice or Kiln Fiend. That is my prediction. Oh, maybe it's Grixis. Upkeep step. Yield to this. Say yes. And I think I'm going to go for AEther Vial here. It plays around things like Spell Snare. If he has a Monolith for it, better Monolith than one of my creatures. Alright, so we got that through. That's pretty nice. And then we'll have our AEther Vials online next turn. It's a little bit slow, but I'm expecting this to be a little bit control-y. Better to get the AEther Vial going now. I'm just very happy that it resolved. So this is a Grixis deck. Let's see exactly what they're doing. Does it have Delver? Is it more control-y? Opponent's passing. So I think we can try to hit his black mana here. If he counters it, that's fine. Okay, that resolved. Pretty sweet. Let's maybe draw a land here. Another Aether Vial. I can play out the Silvergill now and try to hit a land drop, but if he's got some kind of removal effect that he's holding up, we make his mana more efficient this way. Got Aether Vials. We can have it both on 2. We can... I think I'm just going to pass. Although, hold on, I'm going to pause here. Oh, looks like it skipped to my end, no problem. Not a big deal. This is a 50-50 decision there. If I brought in the Silvergill, he could have electrolyzed or bolted or something. But I could have hit a land and played Aether Vial this turn. Okay, it's more black mana. More black mana. Gonna make it harder for us to manage that with Aether Vial. I mean, sorry, with Spreading Seas. So now we're gonna play the Silvergill Adept. I'm kind of stink if we hit this land, but we need land sometimes, so it's not terrible. Okay, well there's that land. So we'll go ahead to our turn. We're going to keep these both on 2 for now. Or do we go 3 and 2? I don't know if I want to put both of these creatures out right now anyway. Yeah, I think I'll go 3 and 2. There's 4 Aether Vials. It's a little wild. So before I play this Cavern of Souls, I think I'm going to hit Spreading Seas on one of these black sources. See if I can get it to resolve. Okay, it's fine. So now I guess we'll go to combat. Attack. Is he tapping to Vapor Snag my Silvergill Adept? I would not oppose that. Okay, well, we drew a bolt on a Silvergill. That's pretty good. Second main, we'll play out the Cavern. We'll name Merfolk. Tap it and play one of these Aether Vials. Between all these lands and the Aether Vials, we're pretty light on gas. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. Pretty free spending that lightning bolt. Makes me think he probably has more where that came from. Maybe Snap Bolt is something we have to start looking out for. We've got 4 Masters of Waves that we can draw into. Thought Scour. We should probably keep this graveyard open. Snapcaster Mage, that's a good one to go into the graveyard, and another Thought Scour. Maybe a Tasigur here. Polluted Delta. I don't think ever remember a time where I drew all 4 Aether Vials. And I've played thousands of games with this deck. So he's got Cryptic Mana at this point on the board. Looks like he's going for Tasigur. Maybe Gurmag Angler or something. Okay, Tasigur. I don't even know how useful it is to play out the Lord here. I think I might as well just keep him in hand. I'm probably not going to attack into open mana like this if I draw another Island Walk Lord or something. So we do want to use this Aether Vial's ability. We do not want to use this Aether Vial's ability. And we do want to use this one's. Alright, so we drew a Kira. Are we playing around Mono League here? I think with Aether Vials I probably should. I'll just play out this other Aether Vial and pass the turn back to the opponent. Now he can recast Tasigur, no problem. But Harbinger is in the deck for a reason. Four Aether Vials. That looks so ridiculous. Alright, so Tasigur back in the hand. See if the opponent just drops him right again. Next turn we'll have 4, 3, 2, and 1 on our Aether Vials. Collective Brutality, minus 2ing. And what else? That's it. Well, we can't get a Lord in right now, so that's a little unfortunate. So we don't know about 3 cards in the opponent's hand. One of them is Tasigur. I have a feeling Tasigur's going to come back out now. Delver. Okay, well, we've got a Kira to block that guy if it comes to it. He's not playing Tasigur out, choosing to leave mana up. Okay. So we're not going to use this one. Are going to use this one. We are going to use this one. And we're going to yield to this one and say yes. Okay, so this gives us a reason to play Kira sooner than later. We want to be able to get Reejerey on the board now. So I guess Kira and then follow up with casting Reejerey with Cavern. So seeing Delver makes me feel good that they probably don't run like main deck board wipes, although they may still. Master of Waves would be really excellent at this point. And that's it. Pass to the opponent. Let's see, is he going to reveal something? Nope, just a 1/1. Sitting pretty for a little while. Remember, one of these cards in the hand is Tasigur. We've got access to Island Walk with the Master here, but not a lot of Merfolk on the board right now. 3 mana and maybe Snapcaster and the 2 lands. Definitely going to bring Relic of Progenitus in against this deck. No, he left Snapcaster. I guess he might be running Kolaghan's Command. What did he exile? 3 lands, collect Brutality. Say okay. Young Pyromancer. 2 cards in hand. I think it might be time to put the Lord out and start swinging. Let's say okay. Come on, Master of Waves. Harbinger's kind of cool. We can bounce any of these guys that we want to. Like right now. I think we might want to bounce Tasigur. It's just so expensive to play that guy. And then just swing in the air. Reejerey's going to tap the Tasigur. We are going to use Reejerey's ability. This guy resolves. I'm going to say okay. And then we do want to use his ability. Let's go to attacks. Yeah, I'll swing with everybody, I guess. He wants to double block this Lord. That's a good trade, I think. If he doesn't, he's going to take 8, right? Okay, things looking decent. Let's see if he flips this Delver now. Our creature's benefiting from the Kira Shield. We see a Counter Squall, so this is like Corey Burkhart's list. So he's probably got Kolaghan's commands in the deck. Now he's got a Tasigur and a Counter Squall. Counter Squall can't target my creature, so the only 2 other cards in his hand if he wants to interact with my dudes have got to be like Lightning Bolts. Or Snapcaster Mage to grab that Lightning Bolt. Terminate on the Island Walk Lord. Nothing we can do about it. And then I imagine he has a follow-up. Not quite sure what's going on here. It's possible. Yeah, he forgot about. Oh wait, what's happening here? What is he LOLing? Oh, that was a while ago. Okay. So my Island Walk Lord is going to go down. Opponent is losing the race right now. I would recommend he does not swing at me. We know he has a Tasigur, we know he has a Counter Squall. We have complete information right now, and that is a stupid attack. Spreading Seas. Take him off double red. Master of Waves. Alright, well, it's a land. Doesn't help us very much. But we can swing with Kira, I guess. Good at least to draw through the land with Spreading Seas. That was just sitting there, getting more devotion for Master of Waves when he eventually comes. Do I swing with the Harbinger here? Sort of force some kind of undesirable blocks on the opponent's side? No, I don't think so for now. I want to keep my devotion high. I do run Echoing Truth in the main deck. He has Counter Squall. We have to remember about that. And he sort of has to respect my AEther Vials, but he's on the back foot, so he's kind of got to go all out. Tassiger, Counter Squall, and one unknown card now. The one card can't get our creatures because it needs two with Kira. So opponent's tapping pretty low. For Tassiger, I imagine. Island Walk Lord gives us lethal. If we draw one. There are 7 more in the deck. Opponent's just doing whatever he can, I guess. Maybe he realizes that he shouldn't attack with the Aberration right now. Cursecatcher is not insane, but it lets me tap something, if that matters. I can tap his Aberration and attack. That seems decent. Yeah, I like that line. Okay, so we can go ahead and attack with Kira. Island Walk Lord off the top, still lethal. The opponent has 2 unknown cards at this point. Just one, because we know he has a Counter Squall. And I guess it's going to be the only card in his hand since it looks like he's trying to cast something now. But thought better of it. Okay, beginning of combat. Chooses not to attack, probably smart. We have to click no. I guess I can say always no for these. There it is. So we know he has a Counter Squall. There's no single card other than the Counter Squall that can get rid of one of my creatures. So I'm going to go ahead and actually cast him just for the benefit of the tap trigger. It's possible the opponent's holding up Cryptic Command. But if that's like, let's see, we'll say okay. We'll go to attacks and see if he taps our guys down. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Okay, he didn't. So we're going to attack with Island Walk for the win, I think. All right, sweet. So we got there against Grixis Control game 1. Let's go to sideboarding when things should get a little bit better. Dispel, very good. This guy's got a lot of creatures in his deck. So the Young Pyromancer Delver builds, I can't imagine they run a lot of Anger of the Gods. Kira was excellent. Tidebinder, not really good, right? I mean, tapping down Young Pyromancer is just tapping down a 2-1. All of his elementals are unaffected. Echoing Truth, however, can stay in for sure. Relic can come in. Negate can hit. This is a grindy deck. Negate can hit, although actually this is different than Corey Burkhart's because I don't think he was playing Delver, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not even sure if this list is running Cryptic Commands. Negate is a better like late game counterspell. So far we brought in 5 things. We brought in 1 Kira, 2 Dispels, and 2 Relics. Spreading Seas, not the best. We can cut 4 of those things. Harbingers are great for bouncing like transformed Delvers. They have to replay them and reflip them. Bounce effects are generally great against this deck. They want to establish value with Young Pyromancer, but if they have to recast him, then it's making their mana really inefficient. Delver's just really slow. Tasigur is really difficult to cast a lot of the time. Taking out the Spreading Seas and bringing in the cards that I've already brought in is already like a really nice, pretty much a strict upgrade. Got to cut 1 more card, and I'm still not sure if I want to bring in the Negates or not. I don't think I do. I really like the Cursecatchers. They don't run that many creatures, so I think I can take 1 of these Vapor Snags out. We want to keep our creature count high. We brought out 5 non-creature spells and brought 4 non-creatures in with Dispel and Relic, and then 1 creature extra with Kira. Seems good to me. Let's see how it goes. It's a beautiful hand. Really, really nice. The opponent mulliganed, and I'm going to keep. Oh, he went to 5 and kept on 5. And he kept the card on top. He gets to see our excellent hand. I'm going to cut off his graveyard value really early. Turn 1 Aether Vial. Turn 2 Relic, and I guess Vialed in Cursecatcher. Only basic island, so maybe he's a little short on mana. Okay, cool. So use this opportunity. He already saw our hand, so we're not giving anything away by revealing that Cursecatcher. He knows about everything currently except this Cursecatcher. Okay, so he's got lands. Say, okay. Yield to this. Say yes. Now that is enticing, but with Aether Vial up, I'd really rather not get my creatures countered. So here, I'm going to play out the Relic. And activate it. Going to play a Cursecatcher. And that's it. We're not going to have to crack Relic this turn, since the opponent's got nothing in there. I mean, he could Thought Scour, I guess. That puts 3 more cards in there. Well, he got red, so bolting this guy, it's fine. Okay. I guess, let's see. If he has a fetch land and Tasigur, he can play the Tasigur. No fetch land, though. So that entered tapped. He's passing to the end. It's pretty scary if you put that untapped, because it might be representing Kolaghan's command, but as it stands, we get to put the Cursecatcher in. Okay, so upkeep. Oh, alright, well, yes. I guess I have to put a stop on my upkeep if I want to. I'm gonna make him exile something now. Just, I guess, the polluted delta. Let's see. I'd like to make a land drop if possible. I can be a little more aggressive this game. I'm going to play this AEther Vial this turn. But I think I'll go to attacks first. Bolting Cursecatchers. Very interesting. I guess I brought in Dispels, right? So let's bring in Silvergill Adept now. I don't even know if I would use the Dispel on this. But I'm going to bring in Silvergill anyway. Can draw a card. Okay, well, that's interesting. So at this point, the Lightning Bolt will resolve. I'm going to play this AEther Vial and leave up mana to crack the Relic. Possibly on the end step, almost regardless of what the opponent does. I might want to do it now just in case he has Tassiger, but I've got so much firepower here. He cast Snapcaster Mage. In response, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and crack this thing now. Even before he enters the battlefield. No value for you, my friend. And I drew another Silvergill. That's pretty cool. Opponent down to 2 cards, empty graveyard. I've got 4 creatures in my hand. Okay. So how do we do this most efficiently? I think I do have to take AEther Vial up here. Yield to this one. And say yes. Okay. So play the land. I don't want to play like headfirst into an Anger of the Gods, so I think I'm only going to put out one of my lords this turn. I just played this Mutavault, so I can't attack with it. But I can tap his Snapcaster Mage and just get in a couple points of damage with Silvergill Adept. Letting him know about my Master of the Pearl Trident. I cast this guy, but do I want to play a Lord now? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to keep him in my hand. Another bolt. Well, that's fine. He should have probably... I guess he didn't have priority, so he's doing it now. But his guy's still going to get tapped, and we're still going to draw a card. Island. I already played my land for the turn, so can't play that. And using that Lightning Bolt makes me think he doesn't have access to Anger of the Gods in his hand, so... At this point, we want to close the game. We're going to get both of these lords out next turn. There's a land, 1 card in hand. I'm going to attack with Snapcaster Mage out of desperation, maybe. I like the patience. So I'm going to go up to 4 and 2, I think. So we'll say yes. Yes. There's a Reejerey. Makes the 4 and 2 a little bit awkward. But... let's see, 2 lords, we swing for exactly 12. It's not lethal. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think I want to give him a chance to like mono-leak something, right? This is a 2-turn clock, almost sort of no matter what. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna just cast this guy. Okay. Activate Mutavault. Go to attacks, swing for 9. If he bolts this guy, he can just bring in another Lord. He's already used 3 bolts. Yeah. So opponent's on 0 cards. He's definitely taking 9 here. A 20-4 life total discrepancy. I've got a Mutavault on the board, playing around any board wipes. Another Lord in hand. I feel like Grixis is typically a decent matchup for us. Being able to sideboard out all 4 Spreading Seas just makes so much space in the deck to bring in great like counter spells and things like that. So I'm actually going to tick up the 2 to 3, just cause. Play out this land. Name Merfolk. Okie dokie. Activate Mutavault. It's possible he drew... Actually, you know what? I don't want to activate Mutavault because he might have drawn Cryptic Command. So let's go to attacks. I'm just turning everybody sideways here. If he has Vendilion Click, he can block... Well, he can block the Island Walk Lord anyway. He's going to take 6. If he bolts the Lord, he can block and take 2. We've got the Lord in waiting. All right, let's go to attacks. And if he taps the team with, I should have probably waited to play Cavern of Souls. I wasn't thinking about Cryptic Command, but I would have liked to replay the Mutavault if possible. But we're in attacks anyway. So swing and swing. Say okay. I mean, if he has another kill spell, it's sort of okay. We can bring in a Reejerey. I think I should have swung with the Master also. I need to, take the extra 2 seconds here to think about my plays. I think if he does have a removal spell for the Master, I don't think I'm going to bring in Reejerey quite yet. Try to surprise him. I still have the Mutavault. Okay, Kolaghan's Command and here. So, should I use this at this point? I don't think it changes the math very much. It takes him off of fetch lands next turn. Yeah, he's taking 2 this turn no matter what. Let's make him take 3 and force the issue with the Mutavault next turn. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. I'm a little out of it right now. I've got some other things on my mind. But this is only dealing 2 damage. So Reejerey just totally plays right around Kolaghan's Command. Island Walk just goes right through for 8. So little absent-mindedness there at the end, but I think we had such a strong advantage. Still like to stay sharp all the way to the end. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in round 2. Thank you, guys.